So I'm going to show you how to change the hands on a NH35 mod. Here I've got my diving watch, so you can see it's got the dome, it's really cool. And I'm not a big fan of the hands, so there you can see it's running very nice. So I've got this one here, and I love the second hand there, and the loom looks like it's going to be good. I'm just not a big fan of bulky hands, or I can go simple and go with this. I think to begin with I'm probably going to try this because I'm a big fan of that second hand. I think that's very cool. So the first thing you're going to do is you're going to want to get this back off. So a rubber ball does the trick for these tricky ones. It's very cheap. Yeah, I don't put them on too tight anyway because I'm never going to go diving with them. I did go swimming with one once and the water got in and it ruined it, went rusty, stopped running. So it's just not worth it. I've got plenty of like genuine watches I could go swimming with, and these are just it's a hobby. So to take off the movement, got to be careful here because I have broken a movement before not being careful. So here you can see there's a lever there, and if this crown was pushed in, the lever would disappear. So you're going to push in and then that just becomes loose and you can remove the crown. And then sometimes the movement will just fall out with a bit of a tap like that, and there we've got the dial movement and hands out. So it's a very nice dial. It's like a purple and this is like a pinky purple, but I do think it goes because I didn't know what dial to put into this and decided with this one. So just to be safe, I'll put the crown back in and I'll line the hands up and I'll leave it like that so it stops running. So this is optional, but I got this in a little set. It's just a piece of plastic you push underneath and it should protect the watch face from any scratches. I've not always used this and I've just been careful and I've never had an issue. So there's this tool here, so as you squeeze it kind of like pulls it and pushes it at the same time. So sometimes it comes all in one, or sometimes they come like one at a time. You just got to be careful and slow. So there, I've got the two. I'm going to put them there for now so I don't lose them. I've got this new mat as well, by the way, instead of me using my mouse mat because that is full of dust. And an issue you might have if I don't think it's going to be a problem. No, so sometimes the hour hand goes really close and will stop you from being able to get it out. So this just gets the dust off. There was a tiny bit of dust. Try and not want to clean it with chemicals. So I've just changed my mind on what hands I want to use. So I think I'm going to go with these. So you've got to line them up with the 12 o'clock, and then using this pusher tool, why is it not doing it? I literally said a few minutes ago they either go on immediately or it takes 5 minutes. There we go. So that's the hour hand on. I do like the Mercedes style. Has that gone on nicely? Nope. Okay. So this is probably everyone or beginners might have, like me, is just being steady and getting it on. Because you got to push, but you can't push too hard. But you have to push hard enough because you will damage the watch hands. So what I always do is when I've done that, before I put the second hand on, I'll just check that they're lined up and they are. And I think those hands are very nice. And these tweezers recently snapped at the end, so I'm probably going to have to replace them. So ideally, hoping this goes on quite easily, but we'll see. And no way, it went on first time. So to be honest, I'm probably going to keep it like that for now. So that was the second hand that come with these hour hands. That small one there. I would say, you'll have to let me know what you think. Is this too much? Are these hands too much? But I quite like the second hand. So let's put it back together. So I don't want to put this face down with the hands. I don't want to damage anything. So I'm going to do the same thing with the push pin at the back. I'm going to push it down, but I'm going to use my teeth just to remove the crown. Just like that. And then we can go ahead and try to refit the case. So I'm going to pick it up so you might not see it. But I tend to put the case on top. Line it up. Then flip it over. Back down. So I think that went down nicely first time. So I'm going to put the crown back in before I start doing anything else. I want to make sure it's all lined up. There we go. So the crown's back in. Before we put the back on, let's see. Yeah. So those hands are nicer than what I started with. I've not made my mind up about if I'm keeping this second hand or not. But let's go and get the case back on. So normally there'd be a gasket here. I could have just lied and said it's on, but it broke or it bent the wrong way. And like I said, I'm not going to be getting these wet. They're purely just to wear day to day. Don't wear a watch in the shower, there's no point. And you get your ball and just tie it on. And there we go. That's how to change your hands on your NH35 mod, or to apply them in the first place. Same principle applies, but let's take some better photos. So there we go, the new hands are fitted. It's running nicely. I do like the Mercedes style on the hands. I just don't know if 2 is too much. But let me know in the comments, do you like the double Mercedes, or should I remove one? But for a bit of a diver's watch, I think it's quite cool. I forgot to screw down the crown, but I'll do that in a second. But thank you for watching. I am a beginner, so please be nice. But if you subscribe, you'll see all the watches I'm going to build and all the modifications I'm going to do.